for 410 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per attempt.
Damn.
Wound up having 5 touchdowns on the year. Fast forward time.
That's not bad. Think about it. That's not bad as a freshman, though. That's not at all. For you still scoring, you still finding the end zone, so it's like.
Is that from a long slide? Everybody duck to me, climb the stick. LP right the neighbor, we flipping it right. 392 many drunk in the scat, young and creep on the back for the tank you to slide. 3v3 toward the nigga lacking.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cooked Up Dre, man, and I'm back with another YouTube video, bruh. And today, my nigga, we got what happened to the Georgia Star running back, Sony Michel. What up, Dr. Love, my nigga? Sony Michel, man, he was one of the ones, bruh. On that UGA, my nigga, he was one of the, I think it was him, Nick Chubb. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who that quarterback. I think it was like number what? Who was that quarterback? Number 11 or some shit? I don't fucking remember. But it was one of the ones. And I'm pretty sure we all remember this Oklahoma game right here. This shit was so iconic. But my nigga, without further ado, we finna see what happened to this nigga Sony Michel. So if you're new here, bro, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Follow me, all my subs on the screen. Next to link in the description as well. On the road to 800 subs. Can we please get to 800 subs? Let's get like 5 likes in the video. Let's get into, oh yeah, smack that sub button. I meant to say that too. Yeah, let's get into this. Okay.
Now it's Michel's turn, running all the way.
Stop it right there. Over 8 years ago, this running back would take a direct snap out of the Wildcats and run into the end zone from 27 yards out to upset Oklahoma in one of the best college football playoff games you would ever see.
Yep, you're not lying.
He helped lead Georgia to a 54, yes that's right, you heard me correctly, 54-48 victory that night. He was nothing short of fantastic for Georgia that season. He had over 1,200 rushing yards, and listen to this, averaged nearly 8 yards per carry.
That's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, you can't forget to mention he had 17 total touchdowns, but here was the most special part about him. Every single time he either caught the ball or was handed it off to, you thought he had a chance to take it to the house. I know what you're sitting there thinking. He probably went on to have an outstanding NFL career.
Hell yeah.
Eh, not so much. Quick refresher, that game against Oklahoma was only 8 years ago. And only 5 years after that game, he wasn't even playing football anymore.
What?
It makes too much sense though, and it doesn't add up. Because he is what the modern era of the NFL wants in a running back. He wasn't a bruiser. He was a speedy guy who could also catch it out of the backfield. So here's a $1 million question. What really happened?
Well, what happened to this nigga, bro? What the fuck? The hell?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope I'll be having a great day or night whenever you're watching this video. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, shout out to Cole for requesting this on one of the recent videos. As most of you know, it is the beginning of the off season, and we're starting to ramp up our documentary series on the channel. We take recommendations out of the comment section, so please leave a comment down below on a player or situation you'd like to see a story about, and who knows, we might make that video. Thank you yet again to Mr. Cole, and you already know, to get into Michel's story, we got to throw it all the way back to where things started. Mr. Sony Michel was like most of these guys we talk about.
Damn.
He was dominating football at a very young age. And you could say he was quicker to the party than most because as only an 8th grader,
He went to Heritage? That's crazy.
varsity competition. He had over 1,500 rushing yards as an 8th grader. I can't harp on that enough.
What the
Again,
fuck?
varsity competition. Not JV, varsity.
Oh, that's crazy.
Here's what he had to say about that. My 8th grade season was unexpected. Just being young, I went out there just playing football, but I started scoring touchdowns. Once I started scoring touchdowns, people found it exciting that an 8th grader is out there playing varsity, scoring touchdowns.
That's crazy.
You don't got to be the sharpest tool in the shed to figure out, put 2 and 2 together. If he was terrorizing defenses as an 8th grader, it got even worse.
Yeah, you know
As
shit was
10th,
over with.
11th, and 12th grader. And it did. It was easy pickings for him, and when it was all said and done, he was listed as a 4-star recruit and had a 97 overall scout grade according to 24/7 Sports.
Damn.
All your stereotypical big-time schools wanted him, but ultimately, he decided to commit and sign with the Georgia Bulldogs. You don't see a lot of freshmen playing for Georgia, but he did. He didn't waste any time whatsoever. He didn't even take a red shirt. In 8 games played, he had 64 carries for 410 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per attempt.
Damn.
He wound up having 5 touchdowns on the year. Fast forward time.
That's not bad. Think about it. That's not bad as a freshman, though. That's not at all. For you still scoring, you still finding the end zone, so it's like, oh shit.
A lot of heavy expectations.
Know what I'm saying?
Having a relatively decent 2014 season, and he delivered. As a sophomore, he had 219 carries for 1,161 yards to be exact, and
Damn.
8 touchdowns. Also had 3 receiving.
Yeah, I see how much this nigga progressed the season later, twin. That's over 600 more yards. That's crazy. Well, I'm actually going on mute. Stop going on me.
As a junior, it was about the same. His yards did go down, but his attempts went down, and he actually averaged more yards per carry than he did as a sophomore, which is good. On 152 carries, he had 840 yards with 4 rushing touchdowns. I know that doesn't seem like that great of a season, but he was still a very good player. You probably picked up on this. Dang, Matt, we're kind of zooming through his college days, and we're not really spending too much time talking about him. And that's because there wasn't any drama going on with Sony Michel. He stayed out of trouble, take notes on my younger athletes, but also he was a very humble individual.
Stayed out of trouble in Georgia? That's rare.
And how he was raised. He saw his parents struggle, but not only that, he saw the sacrifices they made to put him in a position to succeed. Here's what he had to say about them, and I quote, "They made the best of every opportunity. It wasn't always the best times, but they were always fun at the end of the day. They made it fun for me, my brother, and my sister. And just seeing how hard they work, and me, I'm a people watcher, so I'll sit back and just watch my parents and see how they operate. And just seeing the day in and day out, just working sun up to sundown. My sister's the oldest, so she took care of me and my brother most of the time because my parents were working. My parents never wanted me and my brother to see the struggle." You can tell he was...
So this nigga had it. Basically, he had no choice but to run. Hey,
he understood the struggle. Most people growing up...
He had no choice but to run, bro.
Because you're just a kid. You're worried about you. You don't worry about bills or anything like that. But there was something about Sony Michel that was different. He knew, dang, I'm the one who can take my family out of the situation. So I got to make the best out of every opportunity presented. And he did just that. There was some speculation after that 2016 season. Well, he headed to the NFL draft. Will he return for his senior year? And he did return. You got to ask me, I think returning was a great decision. He had his best year yet. In 14 games played, he had 150 carries for 1,227.
Yeah, that nigga, I'm not going to lie, he was ready, bro. That nigga was ready.
7.9. Let me
yards per carry is crazy.
9 yards per carry. That is insane in the SEC. In his first 3 years combined, you know how many rushing touchdowns he had? 17. You know how many he had in 2017 alone? 16. That 2017 year was unreal, and that's also the year where he had the game-winning touchdown run against Oklahoma, like we showed and talked about in the intro. He really helped down his draft stock. Heading into that season, I'd say he was a fringe second or third round pick, but this vaulted him into the first round, and that's where you're talking about the big bucks and guaranteed contracts. Heading into the 2018 NFL draft, Michel was viewed as the perfect and ideal running back for the future of the NFL. This is right around the time when the NFL was like, yeah, we don't want these bruisers anymore. We want these, I hate to label them as gadget guys, but I think the best comparison is an Alvin Kamara type of running back. Nowadays, the best example I could give you is Jahmyr Gibbs, explosive playmakers. And Sony Michel fit that mold to a T, and that's why these teams were drooling over him. And also, he didn't have any off-the-field problems. A lot of times in these videos, what we talk about, what makes guys fall in the draft.
I'm not gonna lie, he's saying off-field problems a little too much now.
Things off the field, character concerns. Well, Michel was a good guy, so teams, they didn't have to worry about that, so they didn't mind paying him. To make a long story short, he wound up getting selected late in the first round, but still first round less, with the 31st overall pick by the New England Patriots.
Went to the Patriots?
And this man got paid. He signed a 4-year, $9.6 million contract.
Okay.
That's the great thing about that. $5 million of that was a signing bonus.
That's crazy.
I don't care who you are.
You telling me this nigga gets $5 million to sign his name on a piece of paper? That shit crazy.
You live in. $5 million is life-changing money, but not only life-changing, it's retiring type of money. I'm not going to say it's generational wealth, but it's you'll never have to work again type of money if you invest it correctly and you don't buy all these crazy things like multiple Lamborghinis, multiple houses, stuff like that.
Look, all I need is a track car, a little nice little apartment, and I'm instantly investing that shit. Instantly.
Figure that, guys. We're just talking about the signing bonus. The entire contract, if you're rounding up, was $10 million. So this is great, and you gotta love it for a guy who got it out the mud per se. He struggled, and his entire family struggled. And I didn't see too much information about this, and it doesn't matter because it's personal, but I'm sure he helped out his parents. But getting back on track here with the football stuff, he had a relatively decent rookie season. That may be understating it because he only appeared in 13 games and started.
Number 51.
He did battle some injuries, which, well, foreshadowing, we'll get to that in just a second. Finished the year with 931 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns.
That's not bad.
Not too shabby at all. Fast forward time into 2019 for the Patriots, started 14 games, played in 16, and had 912 yards.
That's not bad.
He did have more carries, so his yards per carry went down, but he had 7 touchdowns. But it is worth mentioning in that 2019 season, to jog your memory, he had the only touchdown in the Super Bowl. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
The Rams,
Bro, this is the worst Super
At this
Bowl
point
of
in time-
all fucking time, my nigga. This shit right here was terrible, bro. And for this to be in Atlanta, Georgia, my nigga, that shit was, bro. I hope we don't never get a Super Bowl like this again.
Our story, if you gotta ask me, this guy's winning at life. I mean, it doesn't get too much better than this. Getting paid a good chunk of money, and also you had a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and you won the game. But sadly, this is where our story, it takes a turn for the worse. In 2020, this is where our good buddy Sonny Michel, he starts battling the injury bug. And it wasn't anything major. It just seemed like it was minor injury after minor injury after minor injury. They just kept lingering around. He just could not get healthy. It wasn't an ACL tear or anything like that. It would be 1 week a hamstring injury, and then the next week a quad injury.
That's crazy.
Only appeared in 9 games that year for the Patriots, had 449 yards, 1 touchdown. And here's the kicker. When he played, he was good. That was his career high in yards per carry. He averaged 5.7 yards per attempt. That's good.
Yeah, that's
But it goes
crazy.
back to this. It really didn't matter to the Patriots, and they weren't too fond of it because he was barely playing. I've said before, I'm going to say it again. What is your best ability in this life? Whether you're an athlete or you're working at a company. Availability. I don't care if you're the second coming of Reggie Bush. If you're not available, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans. And unfortunately, with this being a cutthroat business, that's how the Patriots viewed him. And it wasn't a bad ending with the Patriots. It's just, like we said, business is business. I don't want to complicate it too much. So they wound up trading him to the Rams in August of 2021 in exchange for a 5th and 6th round pick.
He got another
He
ring?
stayed healthy for that entire season, had 208 carries for 845 yards. That's about right at 4 yards per carry, so not great, not bad. What's interesting about this is I guess you could say he won the trade with the Patriots because he won a Super Bowl with them in 2019, but he won another one with the Rams right when they traded him.
Y'all gonna
He
say,
didn't
hell
contribute
yeah.
a lot in this Super Bowl compared to the last one, but still, he got a ring. But this is where his career, it started to dwindle, and I'm talking about dwindle fast. In May of 2022, he would sign with the Dolphins, and he was released in August of 2022, so before the year even
Damn,
started.
that's
Chargers
crazy.
picked him up, not too much happened there, and fast forward in time, into June of 2023, he re-signed for the second time with the Rams. So now he's back with them. Hey, maybe this is a comeback story.
They got Blake
That's
Corum
what our kids
and
about.
that Williams nigga now.
It's
So
hard to really
over with.
explain to people that have never played sports and gone through injuries, but you can feel it when it's time. And when I say time, I'm talking about time to give it up. And I hate to even say giving it up because you just don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's how life is,
You just
bro.
can't go anymore.
If I don't know, bro, life, bro. I take everything as life as a reason, or why it's happening for real. Like, but even though a lot of shit gonna hurt, bro, you still gotta like look at life like that. Like, okay, that's happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
felt that. And
everything
in
happened
July
for a reason.
2023, he told Sean McVay, he had a conversation with him and said, look, it's just telling me, and by it, his body, it's time to call it quits. He retired. I know that's an abrupt ending to his career, but it was. I mean, it shocked a lot of people. I want you to think about this. He got drafted in 2018 and retired in 2023. Ladies
That's
and gentlemen,
crazy.
boys and girls, that's only 5 years. But when you're playing a running back position, especially,
and it's crazy how fast your NFL career can just fly like that. Like,
everybody knows this. It's why they're the most expendable players in the NFL right now and why it's so hard for them to get paid. You're not going to last as long as some other players out there, unless you're Derrick Henry. But don't even get me started on him. That guy, he's a freak. Most running backs, you got maybe, and this is pushing it at max, 7-8 good years in you. You're not playing in the NFL for 15 plus years. No way. Or let me
Yeah,
put it to you like this. Not at a great or elite level. You do have some anomalies here and there, like a Derrick Henry, but I'm talking about for the vast majority of these running backs. Here's what Sean McVay had to say. What an incredible player. What a great career this guy's had. It's a bummer. His body's feeling like it's talking to him, and I have nothing but respect and appreciation for the competitor that he is and love Sonny. If you're wondering what he's up to now, you can go to his Instagram. I showed you right here. This is the best way I could summarize it. He's just enjoying retirement. Most importantly, unlike
I don't blame
these
him.
athletes we cover, and I hate to say this, he's staying out of trouble. And look, for me, I'm not even going to applaud you for that because that's the bare minimum. But since all these guys seem to get in trouble and it's what ends their career, I guess I do got to appreciate it in this video.
yeah.
Or not really appreciate it. What's a good way of saying this? What's the word?
Well, got
I
that shit
gotta
on.
recognize it. There we go. He's very active on his Instagram. He's got some sponsorships he's been doing, and he still talks football from time to time.
I like he's still making money.
Like he has a lovely family. He's heavily involved in his kids' life. I just got, you know what? We got to do it. We got to clap it up to Sonny Michel.
Got to.
Not only am I happy for you, man, I am proud of you. Not that you need Matt be great to be proud of you, because he doesn't look for my validation, but I do want to throw it out there.
He got a wife and
He's a
shit.
great example. He's a great role model for some younger people out there, and just people in general. You know what I love so much? I know I keep talking about it. It's the fact this guy never got in any trouble whatsoever.
Right.
He got his bag, made all of his money, and he's staying out of the way. He's staying out of trouble. I applaud you, man. I really do. What a peaceful life, and what a great life. Seriously. Keep doing you, brother.
Think about it, bro. He's still making money. He retired. He don't got to worry about no football stress. And he's still making money. Like, that's crazy. Like, what more can you want? He probably got a wife in that. In this photo over here, I'm pretty sure he got a wife and shit. So it's like, bro, you good, bro.
Any and every endeavor you get into. Many more things I could say one off here. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
Well, shout out to Sonny, bro. As long as he happy, bro, that all that matters. If somebody's happy in life, bro. I don't know if he's happy, but you know what I'm saying, like, cause for somebody I know, for somebody who loves football, I know that they don't want to leave the sport. You know what I'm saying? But like, all I can say is, bro, I'm happy, bro, out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? He doing well. You know what I'm saying? That all that matters for. But if I enjoyed the video, everybody leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Follow me, all my socials on the screen. They should be in the description as well. On the road to 800 subs. Can we please get to 800? 800. And then you'll like 5 likes this video, and I can jump on to the next one. Peace.
Is that from me long? Slide, everybody duck, tell me climb the stick. LP right the Navy, we flipping it ride. 392 many drinking the scat, young crew on the back for the tank you to slide. 3v3, 2 of them niggas like you.